Well, hello there again. I'm Larry. This is the BrushFalls Studio YouTube channel, and we're going to be your painting entertainment for today. So I'm going to start with a 16 by 20 canvas, and I have 7 paints lined up. We're going to layer them. I'll have the colors on the screen for you before we get going. With that, we're going to paint now. I am putting my black first coat on here, and I have my handy chip brush here. I don't have a lot of it. I don't want a lot of it in this case. Just enough to, as Bob Ross would say, make the canvas slick for the rest of the paint. Okay, so this painting produced a really bright red and orange combination on the one end, but it fades into a purple as we got to the edge, and I really like that. You have a lot of cells starting to develop all through the one side and a bit through the middle. And we have a lot of really neat color grades up here where the colors are interacting and they're moving around. This is going to be another, and I say this about every painting, that it's going to be really interesting to see what happens when this dries. And now on to part two of this exciting experimental video. So on the previous painting, we used a black background and poured the cup over it. And what happened is we're getting a lot of black cells coming through. So we're going to recreate that painting, sort of. We're going to use a gold background on it this time, layer the cup in much the same way, pour it in a very similar fashion, stretch it out, and see what happens. Come with me. So this one produced a lot of the same color grades between the red and the orange and into the blues and purples, and even the greens that it created. As you can see from the close-ups here, we're producing a lot of cells again. And what I'm liking about the difference in here is that some of the cells that go all the way back, the black isn't coming through and taking all the colors out. In fact, I think this one has even more color variation in it than the previous one did. So, as always, thank you for coming by to watch. Please comment on how we're doing here. Like and subscribe to our channel. That really, all three of those things really help our small channel out a lot, and we really appreciate everything that you do to help us out.
And what painting you guys prefer or like better?
And if you do comment, tell me which version of the painting you like better, first one or the second one. We do try to respond to everything that you do post in our comment section. So with that, I'm going to say, have a great day. Great to see you again. Bye.